Heaven is speaking to you right now, and the words you are about to hear carry the power to transform your entire life. For so long, you have walked with questions hidden deep within your heart, wondering, why do my prayers remain unanswered? Why do my secret tears go unnoticed? Why does the silence around me feel so heavy? But today I declare to you, this silence was not abandonment, it was preparation. Every minute of waiting, every night of loneliness, every closed door was part of the countdown to this time of prophetic miracles and divine restoration. I have chosen you, and this message is not for everyone. It is for the one whose name is engraved on my hand, whose destiny has been preserved for this very hour. You were chosen for a unique opportunity, and the words you now hear carry the weight of angels sent to break chains, lift curses, and open a new chapter of acceleration in your life. Do not let your thoughts wander. Stay until the end, for within these next few moments lies a revelation that will secure your victory before the month is over. You cried out in silence. Why wait? Why such a long pause? And I answer, waiting was divine strategy. The enemy tried to convince you that you were forgotten, but I was strengthening your spirit, preparing your steps, and arranging every detail so that when deliverance came, it would be clear that only I could be the author of your miracle. Heaven does not move in human haste, but in perfect order. And now the time has come. The countdown is complete. This is the moment. If you walk away too quickly, you risk missing the prophecy that carries your restoration. But if you remain, if every word becomes a seed in your spirit, you will witness supernatural healing, the cancellation of debts, the restoration of relationships, and the provision of everything you need, beyond what you could imagine. This is not empty promise. This is divine timing, when pain becomes victory, when unanswered prayers become testimony, when waiting becomes miracle. Do not ignore the urgency. Angels are already on their way. The blessing is prepared, but it requires your full attention. Stay until the final word, for in the closing prayer I will reveal the key that connects you to the season of waiting you have endured. What seemed like loss will become the foundation of abundance. What looked like failure will be revealed as fertile ground for generational blessing. I command you now, proclaim this message as your prophecy. If you feel my presence stirring within you, mark this moment. Write a number as your spiritual signature, a seal of your faith, a confirmation that heaven has marked your name. Remain. Wait. Receive. For within the next 72 hours, the prophecy spoken here will begin to unfold. Your miracle is closer than the fear surrounding you. Your restoration is nearer than the doubts chasing you. And before the end of this month, you will testify that silence was not abandonment. It was preparation for the greatest divine restoration of your life. I know the burden you carry. I have seen the secret tears of the night, when you buried your face in the pillow so no one would hear your cries. You wondered, have you forgotten my name? Have the heavens gone silent to my prayers? The pain of unanswered prayers burned in your chest, while the enemy whispered, you are invisible, forgotten, rejected. But I say again, every delay was divine timing. Every silence was preparation. You were not abandoned. You were being prepared for a supernatural turning point, for prophetic miracles and divine restoration that will not only lift you but bless generations to come. You have endured seasons of financial struggle, watching bills pile higher than your peace could bear. You felt the suffocating weight of debt, the humiliation of explaining why you could not afford what you desired. Every letter, every overdue notice felt like another curse binding your spirit. But hear me, those chains are breaking. The curse is destroyed. I have seen the weight of financial oppression, and I declare debts canceled and wealth transferred freely. What looked like a life of lack will be undone in a single act that only I can perform. You have tasted the grief of broken relationships, love that grew cold, friends who drifted away, family bonds that seemed ready to snap. You tried to mend what was torn, but your hands could not hold it together. The silence on the other end of the line cut deeper than words. You wondered if restoration was even possible. Could hardened hearts ever soften again? Hear my voice. Relationships are restored, bonds are healed, love is reborn. Those who drifted apart will return, and what once seemed impossible will testify of my glory. Your health has also been threatened. Strange pains, lingering sickness, silent battles within your body that you could not explain. Doctors gave reports that crushed hope. Some told you, "You will have to live with this." Yet deep inside, you clung to a whisper that there must be more. And you were right, for I am the God of supernatural healing. Every cell, every organ, every hidden place where illness tried to root itself will be touched by the fire of my Spirit. Sickness is cast out, and your body will stand as testimony of restoration before the month ends. And what of your dreams? How many times did you begin with enthusiasm, only to watch it crumble in your hands? Business opportunities dissolved, doors closed without explanation, creative ideas buried before they could bloom. You watched others prosper, accelerate, and advance while you felt chained to the ground, asking, "Have you overlooked me?" But I tell you, waiting has turned into miracle. Delay was protection. The enemy wanted you to believe in failure, but I was restructuring the path so your purpose would align perfectly with my will. Acceleration is coming. What took others 10 years will happen for you in months, for I am redeeming lost time. I know the torment of your thoughts, the sleepless nights when lies shouted louder than promises, the fear of being forgotten, the dread of dying with unfulfilled potential. But hear me, heaven speaks now, and I cancel that lie. Your name is written in my book. You were chosen for this divine moment. You are not at the end. You are at the threshold. Fear was only the shadow before dawn. The enemy tried to break your spirit, to crush your faith, to silence your belief in the God of miracles. He thought silence would kill your hope. He thought unanswered prayers would bury your faith. But instead, what he intended for harm became the soil of your testimony. Every tear you shed watered the seed of your destiny. Every unanswered prayer was the countdown to the moment when heaven itself would intervene. Remember those nights when you begged me for an answer? Remember opening emails hoping for good news, only to find disappointment? Remember the phone call that shattered your peace? I was there. Though it seemed quiet, I was writing a greater story. What you called loss, I called preparation. What you called delay, I called alignment. Silence was never rejection. It was strategy. Some of you feel the heavy burden of generational curses. You look at your family line and see patterns of poverty, sickness, broken marriages, addictions, and mental anguish. You fear falling into the same cycle. But hear this revelation: the curse is broken. Demons are cast out. Blessed generations will flow from you. What held others will not hold you. You are chosen to break the chain and begin a new legacy of favor, prosperity, and peace. Do not think your pain was wasted. Do not imagine your years of waiting were ignored. Heaven recorded every tear. Angels sent from my throne stood beside you in the moments you thought you were alone. And now these same angels are being released to deliver what has been preserved. This is a divine moment, a unique opportunity, and the countdown has already begun. Within 72 hours, you will see the first sign that I am moving. By the end of this month, you will witness provision, restoration, and healing that cannot be explained by human hands. The enemy fought fiercely against you because he knew what was coming. He tried to suffocate you with despair, drown you in shame, and convince you that you had no future. But hear me now, your future is secure. Your spiritual destiny is unshakable. Your name is written. Your calling is preserved. Your promise is intact. Nothing has been lost. What looked like failure will become the foundation of your miracle. I know you feared missing your chance. You thought it was too late, that too much time had passed. But I say to you, I restore the years. I redeem the time. What you thought was lost will return multiplied. My plan has no expiration date. My promise has no limit. Your waiting was not a dead end. It was a divine pause before acceleration. Look closely at your life. The unanswered prayers, the silence, the pain, the hidden tears, all of it was preparation. I was shaping your faith, teaching your spirit to hold what I am about to release. The next season will not be ordinary. It will be supernatural. The next breakthrough will not be natural. It will be divine. I do not simply restore what was lost. I multiply it, press it down, shake it together, and pour it into your lap. Yes, the road has been long. Yes, the nights have been dark. But listen to me, you were never forgotten. You were chosen for this moment. The very struggles that tried to destroy you became proof that miracles are destined for you. Every unanswered prayer is about to become testimony. Every moment of silence is about to turn into the sound of opening doors and breaking chains, as angels deliver the answers. Stay with me. Stay until the end of this message. If you receive every word and hold on to every promise, the change will be undeniable. Do not let fear speak louder than prophecy. Do not let the lies of the enemy drown out the sound of heaven. This is your confirmation. This is your divine moment. What I am about to do in your life will be so sudden, so complete, that no one will be able to deny it was I, the Lord your God, who brought restoration. Now that you have seen the valley of your suffering, hear the mystery revealed. What you thought was silence was never absence. The long nights, the unanswered prayers, the endless waiting, none of it was proof of my distance. It was the stage for my sudden intervention. You were not punished, you were prepared. And that preparation has brought you here, to this divine moment of decision and progress. Ask yourself, what if every unanswered prayer was not rejection, but redirection? What if every closed door was not loss, but protection from what could have destroyed you? What if every delay you hated was actually the countdown to a supernatural turning point, bringing prophetic miracles and divine restoration beyond your boldest expectations? These are not random questions. They are keys to your new season. I speak to you with heavenly authority. The pain you endured is about to turn into victory. The secret tears are about to become the oil of testimony. The silence that felt like abandonment will be revealed as heaven's workshop, where angels were dispatched, strategies designed, and blessings stored. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was lost. Every moment was intended for what I am now releasing into your life. But here lies the moral dilemma, the choice of faith. Will you believe the enemy's voice that says waiting was meaningless? Or will you believe the divine voice declaring that waiting has become miracle? Will you see silence as proof you were forgotten? Or will you recognize it as the womb of your blessing, where provision, restoration, and acceleration were secretly formed? Consider this. If the blessing had come earlier, would you have been ready to receive it? If relationships had been restored too soon, would your heart have had the strength to protect them? If financial provision had arrived before your character was refined, would you have known how to multiply it? I did not withhold, I preserved. I did not deny, I planned. Heaven's timing is perfect, and the countdown has reached 0. The breakthrough is not in your effort, but in your surrender. Stop asking why it took so long, and begin declaring, "This is my divine moment." Stop dwelling on past disappointments and realize I am writing a new chapter behind the scenes. Heaven knows your waiting was not wasted. It was strategy. And that strategy is now unfolding in prophetic miracles and divine restoration. Proclaim it aloud. My silence was preparation. My pain was purpose. My waiting was the soil for my miracle. By this declaration, you break the power of lies spoken against you. By this declaration, you open the gates for angels sent to deliver what has been preserved. When your words align with my voice, heaven responds with acceleration. Do you not see the pattern? Joseph was forgotten in prison before he was brought to the palace. David was anointed but left in the field before he was called to the throne. Hannah wept bitterly before she held her son. Silence was not rejection, it was preparation. And just as I turned their tears into testimony, I will turn yours into victory. Now look at your life. Which areas feel forgotten? Where did you think I was silent? It is in those very places that I will bring supernatural healing, restored relationships, canceled debts, and unexpected help. It is in those very places that acceleration will return lost years and restore what was stolen. Yes, you waited. Yes, you suffered. But the waiting strengthened you. The silence sharpened your discernment. The pain deepened your compassion. And all of it prepared you for this moment, this divine moment. Heaven speaks, and the countdown has begun. But hear this, I do not merely return what you lost, I multiply it. I restore not only what the locust consumed, but the years it devoured. The blessing to come is greater. The restoration unfolding is complete. Your testimony will bless not only you, but generations to come. Blessed generations will carry your name because you endured the silence and trusted my timing. So now I ask you, are you ready to enter the era where miracles become reality? Are you ready to believe that within 72 hours signs will confirm this word? Are you ready to carry the testimony that will make others ask, how did this happen? Your answer matters, for faith is the key that unlocks what has already been prepared. The enemy is already defeated. The curse is already broken. The demons that tormented your mind are already cast out. Provision has already been released. Healing has already occurred. You are not waiting for me. I am waiting for you to believe, to declare, to receive what heaven has spoken. Remember the code. 7707. This is not just a number. It is a spiritual signature. When you write it, when you speak it, you seal your agreement with this revealed prophecy. It is the sign that you heard, believed, and received. This message is not for everyone. It is for the chosen, the one whose name is written, the one marked for a divine moment. That one is you. So what must you do? Remove negative influences that contradict your destiny. Silence the voices that say it is too late. Reject the whispers that urge you to forget. Instead, stand firm and declare, Heaven speaks. My angel is sent. My divine purpose is unfolding. By doing this, you align yourself with breakthrough, open yourself to progress, and prepare for acceleration. Do not fear the sudden changes that will come. Some doors will close quickly. Some relationships will shift in an instant. This is your divine moment. The countdown has begun. Some opportunities will appear suddenly. They are not random. They are part of divine development. Trust them. Follow my guidance, for with every unexpected change, I am drawing you closer to complete restoration. Remember this, silence was never rejection, it was alignment. Pain was never punishment, it was prophecy. Waiting was never wasted, it was the soil of miracles. You are stepping into a unique moment where the natural yields to the supernatural, where the impossible bows to prophecy, and where what was broken is restored beyond recognition. Will you embrace this? Will you hold firmly to it? Will you believe that before the end of this month your testimony will prove that heaven still speaks, that God still heals, that curses are broken, and that prophetic miracles and divine restoration are not stories of the past but realities of your present? The choice is in your hands. But hear me, the countdown has begun. Within 72 hours, signs will confirm what you have heard. When they come, remember this word. You were not forgotten, you were chosen. You were not abandoned, you were prepared. You were not delayed, You were divinely positioned for a sudden and irreversible breakthrough. Stay with me until the end, for progress has only just begun. The blessing to come will not only restore you, but will overflow into every corner of your life, leaving no area untouched. By my hand, this is your divine moment. This is your prophecy revealed. And this is the time when you will declare, "Indeed, silence was preparation, and waiting became a miracle." Lift your eyes from the ground of sorrow and fix them on the horizon of promise. For I, the Lord your God, proclaim blessings that cannot be revoked. Every moment of silence you endured, every hidden tear, every unanswered prayer has been gathered and transformed into the foundation of your miracle. I declare this is your divine moment, your unique opportunity, your season when prophetic miracles and divine restoration will flow like a river overflowing its banks. I bless your health. Wherever sickness has tried to take root, I send supernatural healing. Every hidden illness, every fearful diagnosis, every pain that haunted you at night, I command them to vanish. Healing flows through your body like fire through dry wood, consuming every trace of weakness. You will rise with strength you have not felt in years. Your testimony will astonish doctors, for they will have no explanation except to say, "This is a miracle." I bless your finances. Where debt once bound you and need mocked you, I command debts to be canceled, unexpected expenses removed, and wealth transferred to you. The soil that once bore thorns will now yield harvest. Where doors of opportunity were closed, new doors will open with such force that no person, no enemy, no system will be able to shut them. Within 72 hours, you will see the first sign of financial breakthrough, and it will be the seed of an even greater harvest. You will not only have enough, you will have abundance. You will lend and not borrow. You will bless others because I bless you. I bless your relationships. Where love was broken, I command restoration. Where friendship was destroyed, I command reconciliation. Where betrayal shattered your heart, I command healing so deep that even the scars will testify of my goodness. Angels are sent to soften hearts, restore communication, and mend what was torn. Families you thought would never be whole again will gather at one table, and joy will flow like new wine. Do not doubt. What seemed impossible now aligns with heaven's schedule, and restored relationships will become part of your testimony. I bless your future. Dreams you buried, visions you forgot, callings you thought were lost, they are not dead. They were waiting for this divine moment. I resurrect them now. Acceleration is your portion. What was delayed will now be fulfilled. Years you thought wasted will be returned. Projects will be completed, ideas will flourish, opportunities will multiply, and every step will carry the weight of my grace. You will look back and say, "Waiting became my miracle. Silence became my preparation. Pain became my victory." I bless your home. Your children will grow in grace. Your lineage will carry blessed generations. The curses that tormented your ancestors will end with you. Poverty, sickness, confusion, and conflict will be destroyed. A new legacy of peace, provision, purpose, and prosperity begins now. When others look at your family, they will see the sign of my covenant. Your name will be spoken with honor, for I have written it in heaven. I bless your spirit. You will no longer wander in shadows of doubt, fear, or despair. I clothe you with strength. I cover you with peace. I fill you with unspeakable joy. The lie that said you were forgotten is silenced forever. Heaven declares, the prophecy revealed today is for you. Your name is written. Angels sent with mission walk beside you now. The fire of my presence surrounds you, and demons flee at the sound of my word over your life. I promise you sudden breakthroughs, not gradual, not delayed, but sudden. Chains will fall without warning. Doors will open without explanation. Provision will appear unexpectedly. People will call you with opportunities you did not seek. The world will say, "It happened overnight," but you will know it was prepared in silence, formed in waiting, and revealed in my timing. I promise generational blessing. What I pour upon you will not stop with you. It will flow to your children and grandchildren. The decisions you make in faith today, the prayers you whisper in secret, the declarations you speak aloud, all of these write future blessings for those yet to come. Blessed generations will rise because you believed silence was preparation. I promise you peace, not fragile peace of the world, but peace that withstands storms, peace that laughs at fear, peace that rests even in uncertainty. The torment of your thoughts ends. Sleepless nights, rising anxiety, endless what-ifs, all are silenced. I place my hand upon your mind and declare clarity, calm, and divine rest. I promise you acceleration. Lost years will be redeemed. What others labored for decades to achieve will quickly come into your hands. Time itself will bend to my will for your good. You will say, "I thought it was too late," and I will answer, "I make all things new." I promise you testimony, not just personal blessings, but public miracles that will astonish others. You will rise and declare, "Look what the Lord has done." And your testimony will draw others to me, for they will see heaven is not silent, angels are sent, curses are broken, and prophecy is fulfilled. My child, these blessings are near. They are here and now. They are not for someone else. They are for you. This message is not for everyone. It is for the chosen, those marked with my seal, those whose names are written in my book. You are that one, and the promises I have given cannot be broken. So proclaim aloud. I receive supernatural healing. I receive restored relationships. I receive canceled debts and transferred wealth. I receive unexpected provision and accelerated processes. I receive blessed generations. I receive peace, testimony, and acceleration. This prophecy belongs to me. When you declare, you align heaven and earth. When you declare, angels move at my command. When you declare, chains break and doors open. Do not doubt. Do not delay. Write in the comments the seal of faith, 7707, as your spiritual signature. It is the mark of chosenness, the proof of your faith in the word spoken over you. It is your agreement with heaven, your declaration of readiness to step into the divine moment. And when you do, expect the signs. Expect a miracle within 72 hours. Expect financial blessing. Expect supernatural grace. Expect the fulfillment of prophecy before the end of the month. For I, the Lord your God, have spoken, and my word will not return void. You have waited. You have wept. You have endured silence. And now you will declare, silence was preparation. Waiting became a miracle. Pain turned into victory. The blessing of heaven has entered my life. The word has now been released. The prophecy has been sown like a seed into your spirit, and it will not return barren. This message is not for everyone. It is for you, the chosen one, the one whose name is engraved, the one heaven has prepared for this sacred moment. Remember, waiting never meant rejection. Silence never meant neglect. Pain never meant punishment. Every detail was preparation for the supernatural turning point that begins now. Miracles are unfolding. Restoration is being completed. Debts are being canceled. Homes are being rebuilt. Provision is being released. Processes are accelerating. Generations are receiving blessing. Do not let this word slip away. Confirm it. Declare it with responsibility. This promise belongs to me. I walk in my divine purpose. I will see my miracle within 72 hours. As a sign of your covenant with heaven, write the number 7707. This is not just a number. It is your spiritual signature, proof that you have received this message in faith. By doing so, you join the angels already assigned to carry out this mission in your life. Reject every opposing influence that rises against what you have heard. Silence the voice of doubt. Walk firmly. Keep your faith. Heaven is already moving, and you will not be put to shame. Before the end of this month, your testimony will be clear. You will say, "Indeed, my waiting became a miracle. My hidden tears turned into the oil of joy, and my sorrow became victory." Do not keep this word to yourself. Share it with those who feel forgotten, who drown in unanswered prayers, who cry in secret. Just as this prophecy reached you, it is ready to awaken other hearts. Be a carrier of the message. Spread the light. Allow the blessing to multiply through your testimony. If you feel the weight of my presence now, do not leave without responding. Comment, share, like, and subscribe. These are not mere gestures. They are steps of faith, signs of agreement, ways to declare, "I believe heaven has spoken to me today." Every act is a seed that will draw new fruits of blessing into your life. Now go in peace. Watch for signs. Be alert to sudden changes. And when the turning point comes, and it will surely come, return to testify. For your testimony will not only glorify me, but it will confirm to many that miracles are real, that heaven still speaks, that silence was preparation, and that divine restoration has already begun. Walk in faith, my chosen one. This is your hour, and nothing will remain the same. Dear brothers and sisters, I speak to you today with joy and confidence. Our channel is more than videos and words. It is a space where the light of divine truth shines brightly, touching lives and hearts with the Word of God. To continue spreading this message of love, hope, and faith, we rely on the generous support of each of you. If you have been touched by our messages or reflections, I invite you to become a member of the channel or make a donation of any amount. If the Lord stirs your heart to help, whether by joining or giving, you will become a partner in this sacred mission. Whatever the amount, it will make a meaningful impact, enabling us to continue delivering divine messages. Click the Become a Member or Thanks button beneath the video and begin this journey of purpose and influence. If you cannot give financially, do not worry. You can help by sharing this video so that more people may hear the Word of God. Every act of support is like a seed planted in fertile soil, growing into fruits of love and understanding. Together, we will build a place where God's love shines, where faith is strengthened, and where hope is renewed. I thank all who are already part of this family and those considering joining us. May divine grace continue to guide and strengthen us in our mission. See you in the next video.